Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse. And guys, this will be Riverdale, Season 6, Episode 8, called The Town. Guys, what a crazy-ass episode. I've been loving Riverdale ever since we've been back from break. I'm going to let my sister go first on what she liked about this episode. Annie, what'd you like? I have a lot to say, so, like...
Before I say anything, props to Cole Sprouse.
Yeah.
I have loved him since,
Since, Zach and
Cody. His Disney days.
Yeah.
But, I like how he was actually talking to them and, acting like he could hear them.
Yeah.
So when he was hearing what Tabitha was saying, it caught up with him until, and then she said again, because she thinks that he can hear her.
Yeah.
Instead of, reading her mind, he thinks that she thinks that she can hear him.
Well, a little bit going...
Well, he thinks all his friends can hear him. That's what he was saying at the beginning of the
episode. He said that everybody thinks he got his hearing back. That's what everybody thinks. But he's just because, it's just normal to him that, he's clearly, hearing what they're saying before they're saying it. And I love how it's catching up. It's they're able to think what they're about to say, and he hears it, and then they say it. I love the use of their edits that they do in the show because it sounds really cool the way they're doing it. And I love it because, of course, he's just going to, to them, it sounds like he can hear because he's hearing what they're saying and then he's just responding to them. Yeah. So it just sounds like, oh, he just can hear us, you guys hearing back. And I love that. I love how, again, that he's keeping the secret because, as we all know, Archie and Betty are keeping their secrets about them getting abilities. And I love how Jughead kind of knew something was up in last week's episode. I loved that. I thought that was cool. He's keeping something from me.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about Betty, too, since she came in.
Yeah, go right ahead.
She came in with sunglasses on, and, usually,
that was weird at first. I was like, what the heck?
I thought she was, gonna try and kill Archie or something, or she was, drunk or something.
I thought something bad happened to her. I thought her eyes were gonna glow, maybe. That was a new extent of her powers. I thought some shit was happening with her abilities.
She said that, light gives her really bad headaches.
And that's, her weakness. That's her kryptonite.
Yeah, she's been having really bad, headaches, and the light just, so she told... So, she came in the house and turned the lights off, and it freaked Archie out, and then she, turned up the TV and another light. She's like, yeah, sure. I thought when she said she was gonna kill him.
Yeah, I really thought her, maybe when she was wearing sunglasses in the house, I thought maybe, she would have glowing eyes. Maybe
or
that was a new extent. I didn't think she was drunk. I just knew that there was something wrong with her abilities. That maybe a new ability unlocked. Because we have a lot of things going on in this episode where we find out a lot about, about the Pickens dude in this episode. This was really an episode we really find out more about him. And also, we find out a little more about where exactly Cheryl is, and a whole bunch, and how that all unravels, and about Britta finding out that Cheryl is still alive, but she's in this kind of she's trapped, and she was trapped in the mirror, and she saw Abigail break the mirror. So I love how the conversation that Britta has with Nana Blossom about okay, Cheryl is still alive, and she's Nana Blossom's well, if she's still alive, maybe Abigail's keeping her imprisoned somewhere. I love what they're doing with this. Because what the big plot hole is, and I was talking earlier to a whole bunch of people, on my on the last video about last week's episode, and it's really cool that in this episode there's a plot hole, and we were talking about how Riverdale has a lot of plot holes, and in this episode there's a big plot hole where Britta is able to drug Abigail to get into Abigail's mind to go talk to Cheryl in the prison that Abigail set up for Cheryl.
And every time she goes into Abigail's mind, it's a different
scene of events.
Yeah. So the first one, it was Cheryl and Jason's birthday,
which was creepy.
Yeah, and all the kids were younger than Jason and Cheryl. Yeah.
I was this is absolutely creepy to me.
And I knew, we know Penelope's psychotic.
But, Penelope was on some other level of psychoticness.
Yeah, she was, not like she usually
over
is.
the top, even crazier. And that was really scary. Of course, Abigail really chose someone that she knows Cheryl, is kind of scared of. Because, she always had to deal with her mother and always had a fear for her mom. So, I really like how they kind of did that. I was that's really clever and really cool.
Wasn't Cheryl scared of her dad, too?
Well, no, I think really of her mom. That was the big thing. It was the mom, and I know that's why, because they've always had she's always they always butted heads, and we've seen that. So I just love how that she was that villain for her. And I love how, like, she doesn't know, like, Cheryl doesn't know that she's in some sort of, like, you know, she's, like, in a fake world, and she's being imprisoned.
Yeah, so Penelope, in the first one where it was their birthday, Penelope puts Cheryl in the corner, she's crying.
Yeah, punishing her. And that's why I said to Annie that, this is Abigail being, Penelope. Like, literally, because, like, there was a scene where she's, like, putting her in the corner saying, oh, she's been very bad. I'm like, oh, because she tried to get out. So it's like Abigail.
It's not her birthday this year.
Yeah, but that's why Abigail's, like, literally punishing her through Penelope and is doing that. Because there's so many things that's, like, Penelope, because, about her trying to get out and her doing this, it's like her warden. I love that. And she knows what Cheryl's trying to do to get out. And it's like anytime she gets, like, a scene changes or whatever, like, it makes Cheryl forget that she is in this fake universe.
Yeah, and then when Britta goes in another time, it's like,
Britta gives her a note.
But what did...
But I want to talk about the plot hole, which is...
Why did, when she went in, she was like, what happened to your beautiful hair? And she was, Mother cut it because something happened.
Yeah, Mother cut it because she caught me with a girl. That's what it was. And what really annoys me is that the biggest plot hole about this episode is they don't explain how Britta is able to get into Abigail's mind. We know she took some sort of tea to drug Abigail, and she took the tea to fall asleep too in, like, a deep sleep, but it's not enough where I believe where it's like, oh, you fall asleep, oh, you can go into somebody's, like, head. That doesn't make sense to me. Especially because Britta wouldn't have any connection to, like, use any magic or anything to do that. So that's a big plot hole that they should really explain how she was able to do that. Unless somebody can give me an explanation on how she was able to do that. I just find that as a big plot hole, but I'll accept it because it was really cool what they were doing. And, I mean, the show is full of plot holes all the time, so it's like, it's typical Riverdale, but, like, this was one I'm like, okay, this is actually really cool, so, like, I can allow it for, like, this one thing. But I love how she gives her the note to tell, Cheryl, your mother is not real here, this isn't a real place, you're being held captive by Abigail, you need to, like, and if you don't fight back and you let her, let your mother destroy your, who you are, your soul will wither away and you won't be able to get out. I need you to realize you're in a fake universe. It was
so cool when Britta told Penelope to screw off.
That was cool. I want to talk about the moment where, like, she reads that note and then we see, Penelope literally walking down the steps, got, like, a hanger. A wired hanger comes into the damn room, and Cheryl does the spin move and says, hit me, I dare you, pretty much. Like, she came in, like, that transformation, I said, damn!
She said, bitch, please.
I said, damn. I said, that is a cool transition, and that is like, oh, you can't play me anymore. I know the truth. You're not real, bitch. Like, I was like, damn. I was like, that's cool. Like, the way they did that. And now, I love how... Now, like, she is able to get into Britta's dreams and tell her, oh, you help me out, I'm gonna help you out, we have to figure out a way so I can get back my beautiful body.
She's like, Mistress, is it Mistress Cheryl?
She calls her Mistress Cheryl, yeah.
Mistress Cheryl, is that really, she's like, yeah, it is knocking into your dreams and help you out, and...
I loved that. So I'm excited to see them work together to take down Abigail. I'm happy that, like, Abigail somehow didn't realize that she was being drugged. It's like, come on now, like, really? You don't know you're, that's what's funny to me, because she drugged her at least, like, 3 times. Because there's 3 different scenes.
Yeah, and in TV shows, you can't taste what drug they put into your
I know, but, like, think about it. You fall asleep in a deep sleep 3 times, and someone's giving you tea, and you fall in a deep sleep 3 times. You have to catch on that you're being drugged. Like, if Abigail's supposed to be a threat, and it doesn't seem threatening that she doesn't know when someone's trying to drug her, and it's been 3 times where she's after drinking tea, like, you would think you'd catch on, like, she roofied you, like, 3 times, bro, like, that's messed up.
I guess the drug wasn't strong enough to keep her, like, asleep long enough, because there's just that watch where they have had, like, they've drugged the person, but the drug was strong enough to keep him asleep for a while.
She at least did it 3 times, and... I love how Cheryl now knows, and Britta was able to help her, like, say, don't let this fake mirage of your mother and you being in this fake world, like, wither who you are,
away.
Be strong or whatever, and show her that this is that it's fake. I loved that, but what else did you like about this, Annie? Because I liked about a lot more about this episode. It was just I swear, ever since we've come back, I'm loving what they're doing. They're going full on comic book. They're embracing the Archie comics.
As you know, I like anything with Reggie in it.
Yeah.
Anything with Reggie. I mean, I honestly like him more than I like Hiram. But
you have to talk about the Reggie, Veronica, and what they're dealing with. Yeah.
Okay, so Veronica's talking to Reggie about their casino, and she decides to down her picture and put up Hiram's.
Yeah, as kind of like as like a.
She says to Reggie, "Let's put my dad's picture. I want to, so we have a constant reminder of who we're not gonna be, and then
we could do better." I liked that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And then she calls Abuelita's like hitman or whatever.
Which again, I wanna make a shout out because again, like you guys in the comments are like, you have like, you like it predicted this was gonna happen where like Veronica would call Abuelita's hitman to have him be in Veronica's life, and like I'm hoping too that like he doesn't go bad. Like, I actually like this character, and it's known in Riverdale, when we have a new character, they usually end up being bad. It's like a known thing.
Like that Pickens guy.
Which I really want to talk about that when we get to that. But, like, I really love how, like, he is able to, like, help Reggie and Veronica get a body out of the casino, which is called what? The casino? It's called, like,
I don't even know. I don't remember.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's called, like,
Isn't it, like, a 2.0 kind of thing from, like, her... From my car, like, little casino.
It's on the tip of my tongue. What's it called? It's called, I don't know. It's gonna annoy me, but you guys know what it is. Name drop down in the comments below.
Isn't it the same name that her little, like...
She wanted to name the new town to help go with the whole name of the
Babylonium.
casino. Yeah, Babylonium. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
So I love how, like, she called him so that way they could get the body out of there because they don't want any more bad press for Alice because Alice is literally trying to it's going after their casino, saying that this is just, your name is, like, will ruin the town if we do the whole casino thing, and it's just after Veronica and also after the whole idea of making Babylonium, like, a nice, cool hotspot for Riverdale. They're totally against it. Like, they're totally against it.
Because they'll have that and they'll have White Worm, so...
They're not having a problem with the White Worm, is that they're having a problem, like, it's like, Alice is really going after Veronica, and I don't really know why, because we all know that Veronica's not like Hiram, so I can't get my wrap around my head why that's a problem.
I feel like she has...
But it's the last name. I thought she was going to tell Veronica to switch her last name. That's what I thought.
Luna?
I didn't, because when she comes up to Veronica saying that, you need to take a step back, that's the only way we'll let you do something with the casino. If you kind of like take a step back so we let other people do it, so that way we can do it, because the lodge name has been corrupted by Hiram. And I thought she was going to tell her to change her name if she wants to run the casino. I thought that's what she was going to say. I mean, I'm shocked you don't want to change her name in general, because that name is, like, bad.
Isn't Hermione's name still Lodge?
I have no clue. Maybe. But I'm just shocked that she wouldn't have wanted to do that, because she wanted to do that, I think, in last season, if I'm correct. That's what she wanted to do. So, I don't know. But I'm wondering how that's all going to get resolved, because it seems like originally, like, she wanted to show Alice that I'm not like my father. I'm trying to do this the right way without doing scams. Like, she told Reggie, no more scams, no more nothing. We're actually going to do this the right way. But it's affecting them now because apparently they have no backing from Riverdale to have anybody, like, go to the casino. Even though she's paying people that work at the casino. So she's not even doing any really shady stuff. She's literally bringing in business, like, one business and bringing in, like, people getting jobs in Riverdale by them working there and paying them a good amount of money, and also bringing in business to Riverdale. She just wants it to be, like, more known, she wants to make it more known that is a place in Riverdale and have people come in, but Alice doesn't want that because of her name, and she is connected, and she might think that her name in general will bring in bad people, which, I mean, it kind of would, and that's what, like, she even tells Abuelita's hitman, like, I don't want you bringing in any more people. I know you're doing this favor for me, but I don't want any of your contacts that will be coming here. I want to do this the right way. But then she makes it say, oh, we're going to do the whole scams again, calling your contacts, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know, I feel like that's a terrible way to, like, get on Alice's good side, because you're showing her that you would cave to that extent where you're going back to what she was, like, said that you would do. So I don't know, I feel like there was a better way to do it, but we'll have to see what goes on with that storyline. But What else did you like, Annie?
That's pretty much it. Just like the Archie, Jughead, Veronica, and basically the whole episode.
What about the fact that, like, Betty was gone the whole episode? I mean, I'm shocked that she did go through with what she talked to Archie about. Like, oh, I'm going to take TBK out of town and I'm going to wrap around. I mean, he could just followed you again. Like, I didn't understand the whole plot line to that. I feel like that was the writers trying to, like, get him out of the way. And then so we can go on with, like, the main villain that we kind of got in, like, since we've been back from break. Is the Pickens dude, which I cannot wait to talk about the Pickens dude. And I'm gonna let you talk about the whole him interviewing the Pickens dude. I'm gonna let you talk about that because I flipped out. What, bro? Wait.
Oh, Jughead. Okay. I was like,
yeah, you take it out of the way because that was insane.
So Jughead was interviewing the jackass, I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, he's such an ass. He's petty, dude. He's so, like, full of himself. Yeah. Like, he's such an ass.
He's an asshole. But, when Jughead interviewed him in the office.
Yeah, in his office, yeah.
At the school.
Yeah, it was at the school? Yeah. It must have been,
at school. And he could hear his thoughts. He's like, get out of my head, Jones, you're trash, blah, blah, blah. I was like...
Oh, yeah, you're done rifling in my head now, Jones? Yeah. Get out of my head, you trash.
And then, he got scared and he went like, I
can't get over it, how cool it was. Dude, I love this.
And then, he's like, are you okay, Jones, or whatever? And he's like... just like freaked out when his mom scared out of his mind.
Because I've been saying this from the beginning, like mainly when we get the moment where like Veronica checks the security tapes to see like what exactly happened, and also Veronica tells Abuelita's hitman to do some research on this dude once they find out the footage of that Pickens dude saying something to the one dude that that hung himself in the casino. And I said, oh my god, he literally has what's her name? Allison's powers from Umbrella Academy. And if you guys know Umbrella Academy, she has a power called I Heard a Rumor. And he literally has his abilities where he can tell people what to do when they do it. And also, I mean, if you guys have seen Jessica Jones, he like literally has I forget his name on the top of my head. Kilgrave's powers. And I'm just loving what they are doing. And I knew right away he's the villain. I was like, oh my god, the Jughead. Because my theory was, and also like some people have been agreeing with me, is that the Jughead that's writing this universe gave them abilities. And also someone told me again that there is a comic run of Archie comics when they have abilities. And I was like, they were going full on comic book, and like this Pickens dude is their villain. I was like, I am loving this because right away him and Archie do not get along right away when they're in the town hall meeting, which was crazy. Because he wanted to get rid of all of everybody in Sketch Alley. Like, that was what he wanted to do. And, like, Jughead heard everybody agreeing with him in their heads. Saying, that's exactly, I'm happy somebody said it. And, like, Archie's like, that's not what we do. We're about, like, bringing people together. You know what I mean? To, like, bringing people together. But, like, Annie, like, I just cannot believe the whole, like, thing, what happened when they do end up building the houses in Sketch Alley. I'm gonna let you take that away of what went down, because that shocked me. I was not...
So, Archie's at home feeding, Bingo.
Bingo, yeah. I get Bingo and Vegas confused sometimes, because, like, I was worried, like, Archie had two dogs. He had, Vegas, and now he has Bingo.
Yeah. So he's at home feeding Bingo, and he's looking at and goes, oh, what's up? And I guess she tells him that someone trashed the little house they had. The
little lodge houses.
That looked like, they almost looked like Pops.
Yeah.
And it said, trash, we don't want you, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then Archie's so pissed, he punches a hole, or like
a dent in
the side of his truck.
I was like, this is badass, because in this entire episode, he wants to like go after the person that wrote that article about Riverdale. Yeah, and it ends up being the Pickens dude.
I don't like how he's been asked to do
it. And what's funny, he's only been there for a day. No, technically 2 now, or what, like 4 days. 4 days, whatever. And like he's talking mad shit about the town that he doesn't even know.
He doesn't live in Riverdale. He's lived there for 4 days. He needs to stop talking shit on Riverdale.
And his excuses is like, oh, well, maybe you needed somebody that walked into town, someone that's new to the town to show you guys what you guys have been like, that you guys have been ignoring this entire time. And what really annoyed me is that the thing I wanted you to talk about is that, Jughead's friend, and they're in the sketch alley trying to build them the houses, and they're gonna put one in front in front of Pops to bring in business, and also one in front of the White Worm to bring in business, which again is at Pops. It's like down below.
Yeah.
But 2 inspired ones for like White Worm and Pops.
So
which was good idea to bring in more business.
Like Archie brought like Jughead, Kevin, Sheriff Keller, Uncle Frank, and all of them to build houses in Sketch Alley. Later, like Doc, who is from the Jughead, he was fine, and later on we see him coming towards Kevin with a hammer.
Yeah.
Like he was like really like.
Like he was sketchy and like he was sketch, bro. He just walked up to him like this.
Kevin was like, Doc, right? Can I have something? And he takes the hammer and he smacks Kevin upside the head.
Wait,
I freaked out.
Well, one, I'm gonna be honest, he should have been dead from that, because you're smacking someone in the side of the temple. I don't think they should be able to survive something like that. So I was kind of like, he hit him pretty damn hard too, and then he hit him again when they cut the screen.
Yeah. Also, props to Casey Carr for that.
Well, yeah, like I will right away when that happens, and then we see, you know, the one moment where like he goes back to like where it's I knew right away that that Pickens dude must have said, because he talked to Alice previously, trying to get Alice to really like give the okay to kick people out of Sketch Alley,
and he hit her with Polly being dead.
Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, you should want to be up on my side." You know what I mean? After what happened to your daughter, Polly, I said, "Oh, dude, you're really trying to get your way. You manipulative ass." I was like, "Get this dude out of here." I told Annie, I said, this man, because there's a moment where like him and Archie have a conversation, Archie wants to get him on the side about building the houses, and he says, "Oh, I think we got from the wrong foot. Why don't we help each other out and really try to help out Riverdale? I know you want to." And he's like, "No, I'm not. I don't think we're ever going to agree on this situation." And I said to myself, literally, Archie could just uppercut your dome, and your dome would fly off right now. Like, he wants to beat your ass, now.
Zach said
I said, even without his powers, he would, like, one chin shot, you'd be gone, bro.
Zach's like, you forget who you are.
You forget your name, you forget how old you are in that moment. He would wreck your shit. I was like, damn, that dude annoys me. And he's such a good villain. And also what goes into, again...
Is he a better villain than Hiram?
100%. Already, like I'm already enjoying this villain way more than Hiram. I always did not like Hiram as a villain. I just never did.
Hiram back.
But I love what we're doing here, because there's a moment where he ends up going to like see what if Kevin's okay and see Sheriff Keller, and I knew right away he was gonna get in their heads too. And we end up seeing in the next meeting, after now he already had their interaction with Jughead, and Jughead's already like, oh my god, you know what I mean? I don't like this dude right now. And so is Archie, because again, he kind of knows that, he has something to do with people, like, kicking people out of Sketch Alley, and he knows that, like, out of nowhere, Sheriff Keller has helped him get people out of Sketch Alley, and also, apparently, he is now a deputy. Like, I said, he's really manipulating his way through. I said, holy crap. And then we see the moment where, like, Archie's saying in his head, oh my god, he's like a super villain, and then Jughead's like, yo, we have to talk. He is like a super villain. We gotta talk about something. And I said, finally, they're gonna tell each other that they got abilities, and this dude is literally their super villain. I loved it. Me as a superhero fan, and you guys know I love superheroes shit. Like, I'm a big superhero fan of Marvel, DC, whatever superhero related. I'm jumping. I'm giddy. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell in this video, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now that they're like going full on comic book. I'm so happy. Like, this is the best Riverdale has been. I've never been so excited for Riverdale. Like, fire. I think this is exactly what... I think, to be honest, this is how they... I don't know. I'm just loving it. I'm wondering if they should have done this sooner. Like, from square one. Like, embrace the comic book stuff. Because I'm just loving it. Because as we all know, the whole realism thing doesn't work. Because, because then they cut to, like, weird stuff anyways. So if they would have just did this from the jump, I think it would have been a lot better and more, like more streamlined, so that way, like, when they did the whole grounded thing and they started doing the weird stuff, we were kind of like, this is kind of, like, out of the ordinary, it doesn't fit with, like, the show that they built up to begin with. But, like, I love how, like, I feel like they should have done full-on comic book, that's how they should have done this, because I'm loving it. I've never loved this show more. And the only, like, plot, like, hole was really the whole the whole Britta thing, getting into Abigail's mind. They didn't explain that. But I loved this. So now Jughead and Archie know about each other's abilities, and as we all know, Archie's weakness, palladium.
Yeah.
Betty's weakness, light.
Light.
What is Jughead's?
I don't think Jughead might not even have like a weakness. I think like.
And also,
he might not have one.
I don't know if anybody else thought about this, but if this dude,
maybe it's loud sounds.
No, maybe, but like what? Think about it. This dude has the capability of hearing when somebody's in his head. Does that mean he can hear other people's too? Along with him giving people orders and they follow them. Does he have strength? Does he have ability to see bad auras like Betty? Is he like an OP villain? I don't know. We only know 2 of his abilities. Knowing when people are in his head. Mind you, he plays mind games. That's maybe why he was able to know when Jughead was in his head. Maybe that's the only reason how he knew. But I'm curious to know what other abilities he had, because I know there's going to be like a fist on fist fight between him and Archie, and I'm wondering if he has abilities and knows about Archie's weakness, or maybe we'll find out about Archie's weakness. Along with, I just wanted to say, because people were mentioning in the last video, like it was kind of like a plot hole with Archie drinking his coffee and him having the palladium on him, and he didn't feel anything then, but he got hurt later. I think the longer the palladium is on him, the more it weakens his abilities. I don't think just him getting it right away weakens his abilities right away. If Superman had anything near him of kryptonite, he would just fall down to the ground. No, I think it's over it's over the source of time through the day. The longer you have it on you, the more it takes away your abilities. So I think that's why he didn't have any, he didn't get burned by the coffees, because he just got the palladium in that moment. So, other than that, I'm wondering what other abilities he might have. I'm wondering, now that Betty knows that he's a villain, now that Jughead knows he's a villain, and now that Archie knows he's a villain, how are they going to take him down? Because we don't really know what his plan is for Riverdale, along with how Abigail's kind of agreeing with his methods, because she wants to go after, again, Jughead, Betty, Archie, and also, not gonna lie, that's who she wants to go after, Abigail, but now we end up finding out, which I'll let you tell, who he wants to go after.
I don't remember.
Archie, Betty, Jughead, Tony, Kevin, I think also Sheriff Keller was on there, Fangs, Tony.
Yeah, so now
was Cheryl on there? Let us know. I don't think she was.
Now Kevin will take primary custody of baby Anthony.
And that's going to be next week's episode.
I'm like, Kevin doesn't really need primary custody. He's
But he's being controlled. Remind you, he wants to go after Tony. So that would be a perfect way to get under Tony's skin. And also, he's going to want to go after Fangs. He's going to want to go after, he's really wanting to go after Archie. I don't know what Archie, Archie's his main, Archie's the main hero. He's the Captain America of what's going on right now. He's the leader. And he wants to go after the leader that brings the troops together. He knows that if he takes Archie down, he takes everybody down. So I'm just excited to see how that's all going to go. Along with, people are right. Again, you guys are giving the best theories and predicting things. And you guys are predicting that Jughead has a god complex over in Riverdale, down in the bunker, writing for our universe. And I think he does. He made a villain that seems pretty OP so far, and I think, like I said, my theory is that he gave them abilities. That's my theory, is that Jughead gave them abilities, but he also had to balance it out by giving them a villain. And also, Abuelita's hitman did the background check for Veronica, and he is a ghost. He came out of nowhere. He popped into Riverdale out of nowhere, which means he got written in the story that Jughead was writing in Riverdale for our universe as a villain. I'm loving that. Does that mean we're going to see the other Jughead again? That's the question. Are we going to do some, universe leaping shit? I don't know. I'm in for it. Are we just a multiversal, shit? Are we going to see that Jughead and have a conversation with him? Why are you, who are you to play God? Are we going to have that conversation? I don't know. All I know is that I'm here for it, if that's what they're doing, if that Jughead is trying to play God and trying to, and it has a God complex right now. I don't know. I really thought that, I always forget her name. Ethel was gonna balance Jughead out down there, because remember that other Jughead said, Ethel can stay down here to keep you sane, so you have someone to talk to.
Oh yeah.
But as we all know, Ethel always got into the cult with the whole
farm shit.
I think, was she in the farm, or she was really into, she had the cult. She was part of the cult with I always forget the name. Griffins and Gargoyles. She was in that cult, like that weird cult that was going down.
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't know. She always wanted to look for a god. She kind of looked at Jughead like he was a god, which, I mean, I do agree with. Like, I thought they were going to, like, they had a connection there. And, I mean, who knows if maybe they're dating down there. Who knows? But, like, maybe he is, like, full-on in the god complex and she's, like, treating him like a god, like somebody said down in the comments below. Like, I don't know, but I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever they're doing. I just hope... It would make sense that he would probably fall into a god complex with him being able to, like he has everybody's lives in his hands, like a god would. So who knows? I'm just excited to see whatever is going to happen. I'm loving what they are doing.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, again, I want to know what your thoughts and theories are down in the comments below. Annie, do you have anything else to say?
Before we leave, I do have something to say. It's not about, like, the show and it's about, like... I'm officially starting to work this week coming up.
Yeah.
We do not know what we're doing with me being in videos, but...
Yeah, she's going to be working starting, Tuesday?
Yes. It's
training, but we're not quite sure what their actual schedule is going to look like. We don't even know what their training schedule looks like yet before they get actually on the real schedule. So, as far as we're concerned, a lot of things are on break right now with, like,
Superman
and Lois, All American.
But I'm not in those videos.
Yeah, she's not in those. She's only in Homecoming, and I don't know. Homecoming's not going on break yet until I don't even know when.
Legacy is back on.
Who knows if they'll even go on break? I don't know, but
Legacy isn't back on.
Legacy's isn't on this week. I think I don't know when it's coming back on.
I think it's back on next week.
But I don't know what it'll look like going forward with her being in videos. I don't know if we're going to be postponing some things. I don't know. But all I know is it'll still happen. These videos are not going to go away. They'll still happen, but they might not be on the days on the ones that I work with Annie. So
I gotta get to bed early because of work.
Exactly. So I don't know, guys, with that. But the video, remind you, we're not stopping. The videos are going to come. We just don't know when. It won't be anything postponed. Like it won't be like, oh, we're postponing things to like the next previous weeks. We're just gonna we're gonna maybe make it like the next day instead. We'll try to plan it out for you guys so you guys get it in the same week.
Yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch it to do some off work.
Yeah.
And then we'll film it.
We'll film it whenever. Yeah, we'll film it when she gets off of work and stuff. Which again, it might be late, but we'll still get it for you. If not, it might be not the day of. It might be the next day.
Yeah.
But you guys will be getting it the same week it releases. But guys, yeah. Other than that, I want to know what your thoughts and theories are about what's going to happen in the rest of the season of Riverdale. I want to know also what did you guys think about this episode? I'm not gonna lie. I've never been more excited for Riverdale, or even the Riverdale plotline, until we were done with the Riverdale plotline. I kind of wish they would have started the season just like this, instead of the whole Riverdale thing, but they needed to specify that there is somebody writing for our universe. So, I mean, as you guys know, the only Riverdale episode I liked was the last episode with the Jughead thing. That was it. That was the last episode we actually both enjoyed. I mean, we watched the first one, I think, and then we didn't watch the rest. We watched the first two, and we didn't watch the other two.
We watched...
Because I remember we watched them, but we reviewed the first two.
We watched and reviewed the first one. We watched and reviewed the second one. We watched the third and fourth one. We didn't review it.
Yeah, and we didn't do the last.
We
reviewed the last one. Yes, we
watched the last one. We reviewed it.
Yeah, but other than that, though, like the only one we enjoyed was the last Riverdale episode. But I kind of wish we would have started with that maybe, and then did stuff like that. No,
points why Archie was dead.
I meant I wish we would have because the other ones are pointless. I hated the other ones. But I mean, then again, we needed to specify Abigail. I don't know. They do work with the plot in some way, like where we are now, to specify those things, so we wouldn't be like, why is this just happening? But I'm really enjoying what they're doing with this season so far, and I hope we keep up this momentum of oh my god, he's a really good villain. I hope he's not easily beaten either. I hope we have some time to really see him as a threat, which I'm loving the way they're building up to this character. And also, we don't know what his end agenda is. Because we saw the board with all the people he wants to go after, but we don't know why he wants to go after them. I'm excited. I cannot wait. But guys, yet again, let us know down in the comments below what you thought about this episode. Let me know what your theories are for the next previous episodes. Again, here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put in those notifications, like this video. I'd love to have you guys here, a part of the fam, a part of the channel. We are all about spreading love, positivity, and motivation. And guys, literally, we're almost to 500 subscribers. Yet again, I'm going to tell you this again, guys. I would really, really appreciate it if you've come across our videos before, or if you've watched our videos before. I would just love it again if you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel and put in those notifications, because it all helps with the algorithm. It helps build this channel up so we have more people come in to join the fam. As you guys know, my dream is to inspire people and to show people that you can follow your dreams. And also, I want this channel to be one of the biggest channels on YouTube. And I really want to let people know you can follow your dreams no matter what anybody else tells you. You can achieve your dreams and you can achieve greatness because you were put here on this earth for a reason, to strive for greatness. And literally, that's what the foundation of this channel is built about. Is about motivation and about achieving your dreams and spreading love and positivity. But guys, that was a video. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.